Hello and welcome to today's twin flame reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine in the current union energy going on your spiritual journey for twin flames. And yeah, we're going into the Lion's Gateway portal. So that the height of that is on 8/8, which is Saturday. And themes that have been coming up that I've noticed in readings and so forth are actually being really gentle with yourself. And so it feels like this is a really good time to pay extra attention to that, because it's actually going to give you a lot more energy to be creative with if you listen to what it is that your physical self even is kind of calling for. So that's a good kind of baseline. And also Leo, is very much about the solar plexus and owning your power and your creative expression too. So let's get started with the reading. Today I have the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland, and then I also have a Nature's Whispers card, so stick around so they get to see the whole reading. And the card that's gonna tie it all together for us, and kind of root everything down. We have more of that cosmic energy with the moon cards and more of that grounding energy with the nature card. So with that being said, let's start with the Divine Feminine and see what card we have. Work through your fears, girl or woman. I don't know. Sometimes I guess it's not good to call woman a girl, you're not a little girl. I get it. So anyways, work through your fears. And maybe that, I said that in part because it's a sort of divine reminder coming through me that you are supported in healing your full inner girl, and into being that person, that woman that it is that you desire to be, that you see yourself as, and that perhaps that little girl really saw her adult self as. And so work through fears that you're somehow letting her down, that you're letting yourself down, because that's exactly what it would be that's holding you back, is this, kind of holding on to imperfection or to guilt, or, just to anything keeping you from your desires, or even having a misaligned thought and holding on to that, and again, wrapping, guilt or something like, oh, I got angry and now I should feel bad about it. I mean, you want to look at that and you want to love yourself. And if discipline is required, oh, I get angry if I don't, if I skip breakfast and don't eat all day. Well, I mean, just kind of look at the basics here. And again, it goes back, I think, to that whole theme of kind of self-care and being gentle with yourself. So just allow yourself to have a really nice foundation right now and always, but pay extra attention to building it up, your baseline, and really taking care of those needs that fortify you so that you can work through these fears associated with Scorpio that are very kind of deep and maybe seem hidden, maybe around sensuality, could very well be. So just pay attention, because when you heal blocks too to anything around sensuality, that's also related to creativity, and it really helps to they really go hand in hand, so you can get back into your creative flow when you're really healing your sacral chakra. And so that's right below the solar plexus, and so it does speak to kind of going deeper into that whole area and that energy. So don't be afraid to work through your fears and just to let it be an easy process. It doesn't need to take you off course, you can just surrender to the next step. And if something seems scary in your face, just remember it's just fear, and that there's nothing that you need to feel there's a nightmare exploding in your face ever. So I just invite you to choose love if that comes up, and even if it doesn't, to also choose love and keep going deeper into that. So it feels good and complete. The next card for the Divine Masculine is the end of a tough cycle approaches, and that is the full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, so this is just a really positive card. It also sounds like the Divine Masculine has been going through something, so in some way that has been a challenge. And of course this could speak to, just a short-term challenge, a long-term challenge, or both. And so take a load off and, breathe easy and know that you're really coming through it, and that there is something that you're being shown here through your experience, and just to continue onward and love yourself. And similar message in just being gentle with yourself and taking care of yourself, and letting the tough cycle itself kind of be brought to an end. And nothing ever really needs to be tough in truth, and at the same time, if it feels that way, it's okay. It's okay to be feels tough right now, and take it from there. Take it from exactly how you feel, so that you can master your emotions and feel peace and joy returning to those places as you get clear with how you're experiencing them right now, and what about that experience is actually based in love and truth, and what is based in ego and an illusion and a pattern that you can easily heal and realign yourself then into peace. So this is very nice card that's just kind of hey, you can just surrender, you're doing it right. And so we've got working. So the Divine Feminine is doing some work over here, and the Divine Masculine is just kind of gone through his thing and kind of having a period to kind of go to the next level after that, and kind of relax into that next level. So the Union card, that is the Moon card, okay. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Yeah, Virgo can be associated with perfectionism. And so to transcend that would be to know that you are already perfect. And, another way of putting that is that you are good enough. Of course, you don't need to be a Virgo to receive this message at all. You could be any of the 12 zodiac signs. And I mean, your sign isn't who you are, right? But you know what I'm saying? So it's just a really sweet message. It's a sweet reminder, and it can be really powerful to receive these kinds of messages. Yeah, I know I'm good enough. Okay, great. What is this card gonna do for me? But if you really open your heart and receive it, you might see places that didn't feel that way, and that this message can touch those places in your heart too, and transform them into love. Because as soon as you're aware that there's something out of alignment with this truth, you can bring love into that place, and that's a miracle. And it's safe to just have continuous miracles in your life, and continue to feel places that you are good enough, and watch your whole world transform as a result of holding that truth within you and letting it heal you. So the last card is looking very loving, lovers and romance. and surrendering too, also very much a surrendering card. So open your heart. So yeah, when you are feeling more comfortable with yourself, like, okay, I'm good enough, it's much easier to open your heart to love, and it's much easier to attract your complete union on deeper levels. And this can also speak to your life purpose too, like this swan and this like rapture can really speak to your entire life. Of course, like there's a specific kind of expression that's gonna come out that is, romantic in nature between you and your one true love, your twin flame. And so, it's about also opening your heart to that specific love and to fully embracing your desire to go deeper there, because that's how you're created, right? And so yeah, it's just safe to open your heart to more intimacy and more love, and to surrender into those places where you feel that surrender is needed, where you maybe have had control and you didn't realize. So just once you realize it, you can release control, and so that's hopefully pretty easy for you to do. And if you find yourself clinging on to control, you can just remember that control never serves you and that it feels bad. And that's why working with the coach can be helpful during those times when it's hard to just do the simple thing of loving yourself, which sounds so easy, and it is, but that's the main thing that stands between you and loving yourself is just resistance. It's just, an illusion. So yeah, don't let that illusion get in your way. Just get it out of the way. It's not even there. It's not real. So goodbye. No thank you. Yes to love. 10 out of 10. We got a number 10 here, so that is what this makes me think of too, is just yeah, okay, there's a sense of fulfillment here. So that feels complete for this reading. And going into the weekend here, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and a weekend too. And check out the links below if you would like to work with me or interested in checking out a reading or other services. And you can hit the subscribe button too for notifications when I'm uploading readings. And well, yeah, take care. Have an amazing time, and I will see you again soon. Bye.